The erstwhile BJP government in Karnataka brought anti-hijab rule, stirring controversy and imposing ban on hijab. The girl students knocked High Court, which in turn upheld the ban on hijab. This resulted in Muslim women facing a climate of hate and hostility, preventing them from attending classes and face disciplinary actions. The Karnataka Unit of PUCL has released a report which states that over 1000 Muslim girls dropped out of PU colleges in Karnataka due to the imposition of hijab ban. In this regard, prominent legal activist Advocate Poorna emphasized on how it is not only a Muslim women issue but a human rights issue, and the necessity to fight against the majoritarian violence that violates a series of rights of Muslim women, from right to education to right to freedom of expression.
Testimonies of the women speak for themselves. What we have managed to put together is something that different media houses and different other organizations, some of which are community organizations themselves, have also found through their documentation, is that there is a series of rights of the Muslim women that have been violated, not just by the college management, but actively by the state as well. The right to education, the right to dignity, the right to privacy, the right to autonomy, agency, and the right to freedom of expression, the right to choose the religion of their choice and adhere to practices that they deem fit for themselves. All of these rights have been violated by the college management, by the education department, by other wings of the state, by the police, by the media, and in many senses the society has failed not just these Muslim girls, but the Muslim community in its entirety. Revealed to us that absolutely nothing that the state is doing to find how many women have been affected by this de facto ban. No steps are being taken to, in fact, remedy them for the loss in education, for the mental health cost that they have had to bear, for the stress that their parents have had to bear, the financial cost of fighting this battle with no less than the state itself. The enrollment of minority students in government institutions for their PU education has fallen by almost 50%. And this was a pattern that we had observed even when we were speaking to different students and teachers and parents. And now we have figures to back this, and this kind of documentation is also important for us to hold the state accountable and to ask them to answer some of these questions that we're raising about how they failed an entire community of women, an entire community in the society this way. So these are some of our critical findings. Yeah, like I pointed out in my first two, responses. One was to definitely rally behind, the Muslim community that has been fighting not just, the implications of the de facto hijab ban, but also many other, acts of violence that are being carried out on the community day in and day out, be it the Sulli buy or the Sulli deals or the bully buy, violence that was perpetrated against the women, the continuous incidents of mob lynching that has become commonplace in the country today, or the economic boycott of street vendors, which Karnataka has been witnessing more and more as each day goes by. I can just keep going like this about the various ways in which the Muslim community is being targeted. So we definitely wanted to add more strength to the fight that the community was putting up, because if you had followed today's meeting, this is not only a Muslim issue. This is not only a Muslim women's issue. It's a women's issue. It's a human rights issue, and it is imperative that each one of us speaks up. If we believe in the vision of the Constitution, we definitely must stand behind any community that is fighting majoritarian violence. That there is a split verdict. It definitely means that the Karnataka High Court order that was passed on 15th of March last year will be in force, which means that there will continue to be a restriction on the hijab in those institutions where the CDC has prescribed a uniform and said hijab is not a part of the uniform. So that means that the futures of lakhs of Muslim women in the state of Karnataka will continue to be uncertain.
Now that the hijab case is pending in the Supreme Court, the girl students are anxiously waiting for justice.